It has been 2 weeks since the news that shocked the world, those bombshell claims of doping by 23 Chinese swimmers before the Tokyo Games. This week, the World Anti-Doping Agency has insisted it wouldn't do anything different in its handling of these allegations. Ellie, are you satisfied where the investigation is at and how WADA have explained the entire situation?
Look, there's been a lot of news about this coming out of the jungle for me for sure, but it's really disappointing for me, you know, in light of this news coming in that 23 athletes have had trace elements and WADA haven't continued with their investigations, particularly historically for our Australian swimmer Shayna Jack, who also had trace elements and was slapped with a 2-year ban. We have to realise that half of these athletes, the 23 athletes, went on to win medals in Tokyo. So it's really disappointing to see this. I don't think WADA have done enough. They seem to be wiping their hands, sweeping this issue under the rug. They've said that they'll carry out an investigation, an independent investigation, yet they've appointed their own attorney to carry out this investigation. So I don't think that this has been handled in the correct way at all. And from an athlete perspective, athletes are going to be asking questions. They're going to be questioning the system when it comes to anti-doping. And I think that WADA have completely lost their integrity and their respect from the athletes as well.
Ellie, you talked about the athletes, and I'm glad you mentioned the Shayna Jack stuff. Is this going to create a bit of an animosity between athletes, particularly on the pool deck? You know, we're going to see some contact swimming.
UFC in the pool.
You know, they're going to get to the pool. There's going to be people there thinking, well, you're getting away with murder and I'm not. That's got to create some angst between athletes.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be too much animosity between the athletes. We're not going to be, you know, flying accusations around pool deck or anything. But what it will do is that we don't have trust in WADA anymore. The athletes won't have trust in the system. And for athletes that are being drug tested every fortnight or every month, they're going to be questioning, why are we doing this when a body like WADA is sweeping 23 positive tests under the rug and pretending like they never happened. And so I think moving forward, it's going to be a question as to why is WADA there in the first place if they're not going to be taking these allegations seriously.
So it needs a complete overhaul, is that what you're saying?
I would say it does need an overhaul. I think, you know, the investigation should have happened a lot earlier. This news is coming out 3 years after the fact. And, you know, unfortunately, WADA have just, as I mentioned, swept this under the rug and aren't taking accountability ultimately for this. They need to take accountability and say that this will never happen again.